leg, right? I was in a wheelchair for 11 years before that. When I broke my leg, I had to use like an electric scooter and shit. Then I had a knee replacement and I had the gastric bypass. I lost all the weight and I became quite mobile. I still had the bad right leg. And then when I had the knee replacement, it helped for a little while. And now that in the last, I had the knee replacement in, when was it? 2011. And then in 2021-ish, it started like hurting me, right? Because they don't last forever. Knee replacements they only give you 10 or so years. So it started hurting me again. So here I am back using, prior to this, just having to sit in like on a stool when I was doing some things around the house. And then, like when I went to Vegas, I used a scooter to go down the road because there's a lot of walking and there's no way I could have done that back then. I mean, I could walk, but not, and then of course, then I got assaulted and then now I'm really fucked because I have basically like 2 bad legs now. So, but yeah, and then when I got assaulted, that's when I really started drinking hard. And I'm not blaming the assault on it. I'm blaming the fact that like the bullying afterwards fucked me up so bad that I just drank and drank and drank and drank. And now I'm like, it's hard, right? It's just it's hard to stop.
Now,
Yeah,
when you go a day like Katie does, she gets the shakes after what, 10, 12 hours, maybe less. I don't know. Do you do that?
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You don't have to answer, Minxie.
If I drink really hard the night before, like shots and all that shit, then I'm so shaky the next day. If I know I'm gonna quit the next day, I'll drink so hard the night before, and then and then I'm shaking really bad for a couple of days, right? But if I just have like my regular drinks that I drink, like I have a certain amount set aside that I know that I'm not gonna feel like shit tomorrow, but I'm still gonna be able to get a buzz, then I can function the next day and I don't shake.
Oh, okay. I just wondered.
Yeah. Because you do. I mean, it's not like, and I don't wake up thinking of alcohol. Like, I'm not that type of alcoholic. There's different types of alcoholics, right? Like different classes, different addiction levels. Like, I'm not at the point where when I wake up in the morning, if I don't have a drink, I can't sit up straight and think, right? That's not me. Like, if I get so drunk the night before, sometimes I don't even want to see alcohol for like 2 days. I'm like, don't even talk to me because that was a really bad hangover, right? Like, I can't. So, but for me, I sit at home, or I'm at home by myself and I'm having drinks, and then, or if I go out, I want to have drinks. Like, I don't know why I just can't stop. I don't know. It's hard.
Ashley, do you know you're in a box, sweetie?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you need, I don't know. Maybe get some advice or something.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna look at starting like Mounjaro because I heard that it really like it helps with weight loss and also alcohol cravings.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah,
I've lost 30 pounds on it since November, but I'm on it for diabetes.
Yeah, but
I was just reading a thing though, how it actually can have the same effect psychologically, like triggering alcoholism.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason I asked about the alcoholism and like the gastric bypass is because it literally blows my mind how so many people that I have met, they were not alcoholics. I mean, they might have drank here and there, whatever, but then they have the gastric bypass and become an actual alcoholic. Like
because what it is when you switch one addiction, they don't okay, when I had my surgery, there was no counseling with it. There was just go in and get it done and then see you later type thing, right? There was no aftercare. There was no like cautionary care. The gastric bypass hasn't been out that long, right? So like the one that I had anyways, the like in when did I have it? 2006 I had mine. So huh? Oh, anyways, but then you get like at that time, like, so for my I'll say my excuse, because I'm just gonna call it an excuse. My excuse for it was that when I was 19, I broke my leg, and then I was in a wheelchair, and I didn't have like a young adult life, right? Because when you're 19 here, that's when you can start drinking, right, and having fun and doing going to bars. So I fucking had no life. I had no life from the time I was 19. Just before that, when I like 2 months before that, I was in a bar called Richards on Richards in Vancouver. It's one of the biggest music venues in Vancouver, singing. I filled that place. $3,500 fucking dollars I made that night just singing one song. One song. And I was doing so well. And then I freaking broke my leg so bad. I was in the hospital for 20 days. It was terrible.
Wow.
8.5 hour long surgery. I severed a nerve, tore all the ligaments, broke the tibial plateau. It was terrible. Like, it was terrible. So it totally like changed my life. Like, I just started getting depressed, downhill. I wasn't too heavy when it happened, but then I started gaining weight, and then gaining weight with a fucked up knee equals you can't walk. So you might as well just use a fucking wheelchair. So I did that, and then when I had my gastric bypass and I lost all the weight and I became like somewhat more mobile. I was able to walk without using a wheelchair and all those things. Yeah, I limped a lot and it hurt until I had my knee replacement. But it was then when I started drinking, because I was like, I got my life and I can go and do things now, and I can go out and party and I can drink and I don't have to eat. I can just drink, right? I can just drink my calories. That's where your mind goes. That's where my mind went. Just start drinking your calories and then it doesn't matter. So, and you're just having fun. And then slowly, when I would be drinking, I would have something to eat before I went to bed. And then it was like eating the wrong thing. And then, you just slip back into gaining the weight again. And then whatever. It's such a vicious circle. It's so stupid.
There's another medicine too. I cannot think of the name of it off the top of my head. But it's a pill that people take that helps with alcohol addiction.
Okay. Yeah, if you can think of it, just let me know. I'm willing to try anything at this point. But I'm getting to the
It's
point where I'm like,
sad. I mean, it's hard because it's like
Naltrexone?
it's so.
Oh.
Yes, that is
Okay.
it.
no, let me take a screenshot. Hold on, where did she say that? Okay,
Oh, closely.
got it. No, you guys remember the Fen?
Yeah.
Remember that? I was too scared to take those because I saw my friend. She looked like Speedy Gonzalez on it. She was like all over the house. I was like, your house has been really clean lately. She's like, yeah. And I lost so much weight. I'm like, oh my God, why are you talking so fast? But yeah. But it is most people that have gastric bypass or some sort of like a gastric sleeve or something, they usually end up changing their food addiction for something else, right? And most of the time it's alcohol, and it's unfortunate, but there's unless you're hooked up with some sort of counseling or something like that, it's people when they've been heavy their whole life, they've been bashed, they've been bullied, they've been put down and talked down to, you haven't been able to wear the nice clothes, you're finally able to wear all these clothes, finally able to, when you walk into a bar, people look at you in a nice way, people are talking nice to you, so you celebrate, you have drinks, right? And you want to do it again because it felt good, right? You want to do it again, you want to go and have fun, and you want to be able to be, I know some people that have changed from it though, like in the negative way, like that have just turned to absolute, snatches. They've just turned terrible. Yeah. And I always told myself, okay, when I have this, I'm never gonna like change my attitude. I'm never gonna talk down to bigger people or anything like that, right? Because I got down pretty freaking tiny. Like, I mean, I'm 6'1". My highest weight was 486, and I got down to 220, and I didn't have any skin removal, right? So yeah, I was carrying around probably an extra 20-25 pounds of skin, like extra skin, right? So, like I was pretty freaking tiny for me. Anyways,
yeah,
especially
if you're over 6 foot. Yeah,
I was in a size large for a 6'1" person. Like that's pretty small.
Oh, so. You said 6'1"?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she's tall.
Holy cow! I thought you said 5'1". Yeah.
No,
that's really tall.
One. So like, and then, but I'm telling you right now that looking at Katie's weight, like not to put her down, because I'm not putting her down, but more of a warning, like to her, like a warning that you know, she's only 10 years out from her surgery. When I was 10 years out from my surgery, I wasn't as big as she is now. Like I had passed on
Minxie,
that kind
with
of
all
weight.
due respect, do you consider yourself like an alcoholic?
Yeah, I've just said that. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She
So
said
it's
that.
I had 7 years. So after I had my knee replacement, I quit drinking. I went to AA for 7 years. I had almost 7 years of
right.
sobriety. My mom wasn't doing too well, and I didn't take it well, and I started drinking.
Okay.
So she passed
I
away
get
anyway.
it. I mean,
And
I
then
get
I
it.
just, but I didn't start drinking hard back then. I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna have some drinks here and there, you know, and
Right.
whatever. And then when all this shit happened to me almost 2 years ago, I just started fucking drinking every day because I was like, fuck this,
Yeah.
I can't take this, like I just can't handle it, you know.
Right. So do you feel like you can stop on your own, or?
I tried, like
You've tried a few times, haven't
I
you?
keep trying, you know, and I keep saying, okay, well, maybe I'll just slow down, but in
Yeah.
all honesty, like I haven't drank alcohol today, but I'm going to. I already because my man just came here, and I
Yeah.
already know I'm going to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. It's fucking hard. It's so hard.
It
really
is.
is.
I
It's
get it,
like,
girl. I get it.
so yeah, it's different for everybody. So with my husband, he was born with infant alcohol syndrome. His father gave him his first beer at 8 years old. He is 49 years old now. 23 years ago, he was on the M rug,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
his daughter was born, and he went cold turkey and quit. Last year, on May 14th, our granddaughter will be a year old. On July 4th, my husband had his last drink, and I'm gonna say last drink because he did drink a half a beer in September and got sick, but he's not got fall down, and I left him in the yard drunk like I have in the past couple times. So different people can get clean. I don't know how he goes cold turkey and does it, other than he's moody for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know how. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because I mean, he doesn't get the shakes or anything, but he doesn't
Yeah.
drink the bottle. I mean, he's just a beer drinker.
I
Right.
think the shakes though come too because like after you have gastric bypass, so when like Mincy or Katie are drinking, their liquor level is going to be 4 times higher than it would for somebody that doesn't have gastric bypass. So their blood
Yeah.
sugars are
Yeah, and
so
if
low and so
Minxie tries
messed
to
up.
stop for like 2 days, she can have like a seizure. Like
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
safe.
Yes, that's why I
Because
said she
even
probably
if
needs
she's
to get
just
some help.
having,
Yeah.
even if she's just having a couple beers, that's
Right.
like us having 8 beers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why, like, if I have like six White Claws, I get shit faced. Whereas most people, they'll
Yes.
have 6, they'll be fine. Because it's only like my boyfriend laughs at me. He's like, "That's 5%. Like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Why are you so drunk?" I'm like, "Well,
No.
I don't know." And at the time, you don't think about it, but it is true
No,
when you
but
have
it's
the
not a
gastric
joke.
bypass. Yeah,
Like
you do.
if you go a day without, you can have a seizure and die.
I've gone. What did I have, you guys? Like, how many days? I can't remember how many I did.
He went 9 days. 9
Oh,
days the
really?
one time.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought it was
wow.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
That was like
yeah.
a month ago or something.
Yeah.
But I did like
Okay.
9 days. But I don't drink as much as Katie. Like I don't sit there and pour like my glasses that high of like I just literally drink White Claw. I'll drink like 6 White Claw and then like a tall
Okay.
can of like 7% something with no
Yeah.
sugar. Like I don't do sugar, right? So but that's you know, and that's if I'm just here by myself, that's what I'll have. But if I'm going out, I don't even count, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I
People
know.
always
I
buy me
mean,
shooters
for
anywhere I go because if I go somewhere I'm singing and they'll buy shooters and that's where I get in
yeah,
trouble.
but for me, if it was
So,
daily, if I did it daily and I stopped, I
Yeah.
would go in. I would have a seizure, and
Yeah.
so,
it would be. I mean,
So
so
the
White Claw is different in Canada than it is in the States.
okay.
yeah.
It's got less alcohol, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's made with, I think, vodka in Canada,
Oh,
and it's
that's
made
Yeah.
with liquor
Yeah.
here.
It
Yeah.
amazes
The
me how you can
definition
go a day
Yes.
without nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I
so
mean?
Sparkle just asked what the definition of an alcoholic is. This is what we are taught in when we go to AA. The definition of an alcoholic is I can't talk. Is it when you're drinking and you have that first drink, and that first drink tastes like another drink,
Yep.
and then that drink tastes like another one, and then before you know it, you can't stop, then you might have a problem. It doesn't mean you drink. An alcoholic doesn't necessarily drink every day. An alcoholic is not necessarily a homeless person living under the bridge drinking out of a paper bag.
Mm.
You know, an alcoholic can be somebody who, you know, drinks every night but gets up and goes to work the next day and supports their family, but when they come home they're having drinks, you know, or an alcoholic can be a person who only drinks on the weekend. We call them weekend warriors. They only drink on the weekend, but every night of the weekend they're shit-faced. They can't stop until that all the alcohol's gone. People that hide alcohol in their house, you would never know
Yes.
that they're alcoholics. You know,
Right.
I used to hide my alcohol from my ex when I was living with him. I hid it because I didn't want him to know that I like had some, because I didn't want him to drink my drinks. That's how stupid I am.
I get it.
And I know these fuckers are going to use it against me. I don't care, but
Yeah,
I'm being honest.
Yeah, there's different alcohol. I mean, there's different types of alcoholics and different
Yeah.
people, different scenarios. I mean,
And there's always people on here that are like, oh, you're not as bad as this person or that person. I'm like, I'm not comparing myself to them. You are. I know for myself that when I drink to get drunk. I don't drink just to have, I don't think I've ever drank just to have one drink. I don't think, like, maybe, I don't know.
yeah.
That's weird to
No,
me.
you can
Like,
never
why are you
have it just
drinking
one
then?
drink.
I don't even like the taste of alcohol. Do you know that? It tastes like
Yeah.
poison to me.
Yeah. I think
But
it depends on your dependency, whether you depend on it or,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Minxie, I hope that, that you can get the help that you're wanting to.
Yeah,
'Cause I
me
know that
too.
you've been,
I've been there,
I know
girl.
she's been, I know she's been wanting it too, and she's
You know,
tried.
you know how hard it is, like when, like, this is how stupid I am. So I used to run a women's recovery home, active drinking.
Me too.
So I would go to work in the morning hungover sometimes. I would go, not every day, but I would go over there hungover.
Mhm.
And there were sometimes when I just said, sorry, I can't come in, because I knew that I drank so much the night before that I had to be stinking of it. And I didn't want to trigger the women, right?
Right.
So
Yep.
I would just call in. And so I got fired. That's the only job I ever got